Hello, friends and adventurers, and welcome to Grognard and Friends, where friends gather to explore the Aria and play Dungeons and Dragons. And speaking of the friends, let's check out this week's episode of Grognard and Friends. When last we left the friends, they had finally made it out of the eastern districts and back to the stone's throw, only to find it sealed shut with a note stating that one Beauregard Butterbeer was in custody for crimes against the palace. After meeting with their recent business partner and Butterbeer's best friend Murph, the would-be vampire according to Reed, who helped the friends find a new place to stay and also put them in the direction of a dock bar to meet some contacts to help them to break out Butterbeer. The bar, the Red Herring, turned out to have an underground fighting arena called the Blood Circus, and when the friends got there, they were still looking for participants, to which Vivalda and Gaius joined the ranks of those fighting in the ring that evening. The fight started, but with an unexpected twist. They were on a timer, and if time ran out, something unexpected would be released. Suffice it to say that it totally changed the battle dynamic, and not necessarily for the better, and definitely not for the safer. A number of dead people later, Gaius was 25 gold pieces richer without even beating his opponent, and the friends decided it was time to find their contacts. Vivalda decided it was time for a drink. The house specialty, the bloodbath, a large fishbowl filled with fruit spirits and lots of blood-red something. And after chugging it down because of a rush of time, Vivalda and the friends went in search of a man called Toad, who they found up in the uppermost seats in an unlit corner. Toad, a real looker, wasn't real interested in talking until he got a good dose of Calandra, and then suddenly his ears perked up, and he was a little more open to hearing what the friends had to say, after which Toad agreed to not only meet the friends the following night at the Rubber Ducky to discuss details, but had agreed to join the friends on the job for a small fee. Before finishing negotiations, Vivalda had another meeting and with her bloodbath and made a mad rush for the railing and lost the bloodbath in a projectile spray of red. The friends hurried out of there, and Gaius went in search of the Grey Shadow, who he met and was soon led up to the private boxes over the arena, where he met a red-headed gentleman, was interested in what he had to say, and seemed to be willing to help the friends, but not for nothing. The friends would have to help them in return. Gaius...
Nothing's free in this world.
Our debts are really racking up here.
I know.
Gaius went back to the friends, or the ones that were still there, which was a passed-out Vivalda, a passed-out Butt Trumpet, and Reed, who was just looking there kind of staring around with a big smile on his face, being the responsible one.
Mm-hmm.
And Gaius
That's
decided...
exciting for me.
Gaius and Reed decided that Gaius would stay with the two passed-out friends, and Reed would go in search of Calandra. Gaius and Reed, before that happened, do you have anything to discuss initially before Reed takes off?
I think I could, Eldred, you can go with Reed as well to maybe assist. I went and saw our other contact, Reed. It went well, and they seemed that Toad might be useful to us. So, just
They don't think he's a straight-up bad guy?
No. Well,
Okay.
I'm not saying he's not a bad guy. I'm just saying he's going to be useful to us. I'm not saying we make
okay.
friends.
Okay.
Which, as I say that out loud,
Oh.
I hope Calandra's not making friends with Toad.
Calandra makes friends
says-
very easily.
If not, then they were making very close acquaintances.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's what I was worried
What's
about.
acquaintances?
It's yoga partners, says Eldred.
It's
Got
how
it.
you tell a person you don't want to be friends, but you'll still see them on occasion.
Eldred says, when a cleric of Hadoni and a scumbag, little evil idiot like each other very much, and
I
then
don't want to
drink
like
lots of
get
alcohol.
into anything long term and committed.
Well, couldn't have that, says Eldred. That wouldn't be
Yeah,
on
sorry.
I'm definitely getting we need to rescue Calandra vibes. So maybe we should go.
Let's rescue more collect Calandras so we can leave vibes.
Collect Calandra, got
Okay.
it, says Eldred.
Yes.
Come along, Reed. Let's go in search of the little
Calandra.
gnome.
Oh, since it's just you and me, can you make me invisible? Let's be invisible.
Okay. Eldred looks at you and says, Ishka Bibble Gazupa Disappearius. And says, come on, let's go. And walks into the crowd.
I can still see my arms.
Oh, that's the way invisibility works. You can see yourself. No one else can see you, though.
Ooh, okay.
Come on, let's go.
Oh
Okay.
no, where did they
I
go?
Guys, it's just you and two passed out friends now.
Well, this is just what my normal Saturday nights are, I think. Nobody can hold their goddamn liquor anymore.
Surprisingly,
You're not
you're
there,
both- you're-
Calandra.
But yet
You're
I
both-
feel
you're
the
least-
weight of like these people that can't handle their liquor. It's in my soul. I
Your
just
least
feel it in my
wasted
soul.
friend
This
so
is
far
my-
has been me, and I drink a lot.
Yeah. You have surprisingly good constitution for one so tiny.
Okay, guys, are you doing anything while you're waiting around?
He's basically keeping an eye out to see also if he sees Calandra or whatever, and occasionally puts his hand near a person, making sure they're breathing, they're not choking or anything like that.
Okay.
Maybe
Feel my pulse.
yeah, maybe you take it out like a handkerchief and kind of wiping the worst of
The drool.
what's on Viv. Yeah.
Yeah. The whole
big
front of her
pieces
has
off.
stained a bright red.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Are you selling air fresheners at
guys
the
is,
counter maybe to put around your neck?
yeah, guys is just kind of taking a wet wipe and just okay, we'll get the worst. Oh, we might just have to dye everything red. That might be for the best. I hope she likes that color.
In true elf fashion, she gets a whole bunch of little pine tree air fresheners around her.
Yeah.
Smells like home.
Okay, so guys, roll me a investigation check, please.
No random chance. 12.
You don't see Calandra. Reed, why don't you give me a investigation?
Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, I got 17.
Okay. And you look over to Eldred, and he's looking at this group going down and goes, yeah, that's definitely not Calandra.
I kind of move off to the side of him and see if his eyes follow me. Does
He's
can he see?
he looks just over your head, it seems, and goes, Reed, are you still here?
I'm right in front of you.
Oh, good. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
You
I don't see
go
her
around a corner, and coming the other way are a bunch of people all dressed in very tight, shiny black leather with spikes all over them, surrounding a rather old man in a Hawaiian shirt and a little pink cap, but big heeled leather boots that come up to the thighs with big cuffs. And
Oh my god, it's old man Henderson.
And it's a big leather cod piece covered in spikes.
I thought it was medieval Elton John.
No. Is this...
No,
oh,
that's
God,
my
is
that's my
is this
luck
the
with my
owner-
see-through pumps.
Oh,
Is this the owner?
this is just Reed here. Reed and Eldred.
Oh, I was going to say, I think I know who this is.
All right, so I very quietly stand off to the side and to see if they won't notice me.
Okay.
I need these boots. I'm not here.
They're talking, and the one's saying, "We should have bet on him. We should have bet on that headsman." Oh, you're telling me. And we should have bet on him to win the fight too. Yeah.
These are the people in the armor are talking.
It doesn't appear to be armor that you've seen before. It's a little more like what Calandra would used to wear, but with a lot more silver.
Like stuff I saw at Happy Harry's.
Yeah, a little bit. And
glad I'm invisible.
They're kind of getting closer, and you hear them continuing to talk about that. And one of them close to you, who's headed to you, takes a step out of the way, looks and says, "Hey, get a load of the kid there, Harry." And he goes, "No time right now, but we'll come back this way. Maybe he'll still be around." And they continue on.
I look at Eldred.
Obviously, wizards.
Oh.
Yeah. You can tell by their outfits. It's a particular type of magic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's from overseas, very exotic.
Oh. I think I saw wizards like that at Happy Harry's.
That was a wizard shop. I remember it well. There were all sorts of components there, and all sorts of magic wands. So, have you seen anything?
No. Let's keep going this way.
Okay.
Go past where they were.
Okay, you continue on, and you don't see Calandra.
I asked Eldred if he knows who that guy was, by the way.
From the outfit he was wearing, I just assume probably a powerful wizard. Best if you run into them again, I would suggest you try to make friends, because that sort of person you don't want as an enemy.
Okay.
And they seemed to want to be friends.
I kind of just felt like I got caught by them hiding.
Well, I guess with them, probably better caught hiding than caught doing something else. Let's go look for Calandra.
Yeah, let's keep looking. Okay. I mean, if I'm with you, though, maybe you should do the talking, because you're a wizard, too. You would know better how to talk to them. Sometimes I don't understand the words you and Gaius use.
Okay, if we run into them again, I'll do all the talking for you and get you taken care of.
Okay. Well,
good. Let's go find Calandra and that
yes,
the guy whose head wasn't totally screwed together properly.
Yeah. Okay.
That was really weird, right?
It was very weird.
So you continue. You do like 2 loops of the entire arena. At the far side, you have to kind of detour up onto the bleachers and the rows to avoid there's a roped off area that you can't get into. But you do the loop twice, and you don't see anything that even remotely looks like someone named Toad or your gnome cleric Calandra. And you finally make it back to where you originated, and you see Gaius there with a little rag going and trying to clean up a passed out Vivalda and like getting some spatter off her shoulders. And
I rush over to Gaius.
Yeah, what's up,
Gaius? I got a bad feeling about this. We didn't find Calandra.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just use magic instead. I was hoping she was just at like one of the bars or something.
I think my invisibility spell wore off too.
Oh, why is that?
Eldred Lowe's, yeah. Oh, yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Probably from when you bumped into that crowd when we were going through the crowd. That'll do it.
We saw this wizards.
What do they look like?
Wizards, yeah. Black shiny armor, really big boots, pink cap, spiky. Yeah, the main guy. It kind of looked like guard wizards and a pink cat wizard in really, really big boots.
Okay.
A cat in the hat wizard, says Eldred.
I've seen one of those. They can be terrifying. Eldritch powers. Probably warlocks. Anywho.
They saw right through the invisibility too.
Oh, I'm sure they did, because invisibility is a fickle spell. I only did the ethereal thing one time, so I don't really know about invisibility. I'm going to cast message and send a 25 word or less to Calandra. Hey, where you at? You know who this is.
I was gonna say it's a lot less. Hey, where you at?
Batter.
Calandra, give me a.
And here's the other thing. Also, we're at the same spot we are right now, or we were before. You know what I mean.
Calandra, roll me an investigation check, please.
Eldred, should we try to wake up Butt Trumpet and Vivalda?
Why don't we just carry them? Gaius can carry one, I'll carry the other.
Yeah.
We don't want to wake them up. They probably wouldn't feel very well.
No, they're in this current state where they should not be. Being awake right now would be just awful. I have some good remedies that I could probably whip up that'll help with the screaming headaches.
Calandra, what did you roll? You have no idea where you are. You just know that you are no longer at the Red Herring. So go ahead and respond.
Not sure where I am. Left with Toad. Meet back as soon as possible.
Son of a... Why'd they leave? Oh, they're not here.
They left?
Yeah, they went somewhere. Wait, why didn't she ask Toad where they were at?
She doesn't know where she is?
I mean...
Has she been gnome napped?
No, I did not get the impression of gnome napping. Or any kind of napping.
Eldred says, she was very much awake, huh?
It sounded alert, at least. Just uninformed.
Oh. In her
That's our
message at all, when
Calandra,
she
says
messaged,
Eldred.
when she messaged you back, did she say pineapple at all?
Why would she say pineapple?
Safe word.
Did she establish a safe word as a thing? Is that a thing she did?
Yeah, that was our session.
I don't think I was
Yeah, if she's in trouble, she might say pineapple.
Well, I didn't. There was no pineappling, so.
Oh, do you have one of those find a buddy spells where you can find us?
Yeah, I do. I just let's hope she's near.
Reed, if you really wanted that, there are also meetups at certain taverns that you can do the same thing.
I don't think that's what he was asking for.
I mean, you know
know what?
lost all the time.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going
We
to
get lost so
object.
much. Gaius had to come up with a whole system to find
Yes.
us.
I ran out of string to attach to everybody. The distance has got too long. I'll cast Locate Object on the shield she is currently carrying, because that's my spare one, and I know what it looks like.
Okay.
I know it well enough.
Nothing.
Oh, mother. All right, let's... I guess... Fucking jeez. Oh, no, wait, Bacchus. That's the one.
We're in trouble, says Eldred. Our cleric can't even remember his own god.
No, I remember him fondly. There's just this other guy, too. There's a bunch of other ones. There's a whole pantheons, plural. There's not just a pantheon, there's pantheons. It gets confusing up there. Anyway, yeah, it didn't work, so that's fun. I wonder if it's because we're here, like in here. I guess we could go like upstairs or outside. And I could attempt it again.
See if you get better reception.
Basically, yeah.
You have no bars in here?
Yeah,
There's plenty of bars
they
in
have
here.
plenty of bars
Right over
in here,
there.
Yeah.
And over there.
Can I see you now? I passed out, but I couldn't resist.
Other annoying magic that I have.
You have a list for that?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
It's in the player's handbook.
Sadly, clairvoyance can't give me what I need. That's disappointing. If I knew where she was at, I could use that. But sadly, no. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we could go upstairs, and I could try again. At least the messaging worked. So if worst comes to worst, we tell her, meet us upstairs. that kind of thing.
Can I wake
It's a little
up? Can I
concerning
wake
that she doesn't know
up?
where she's at.
Can you wake up?
That
Yeah.
sounds like a
We'll say when they go to lift you up, you can kind of stir.
Have they done that?
Okay, we'll go upstairs. So we'll pick them up.
Okay,
Maybe
Eldred comes
carry
over
them.
and goes to lift you up, Viv.
Oh my god, my brain was off. What just happened?
Oh, here, let me
Oh.
get that for you. Starts looking around on the bench.
Have you never gotten blackout drunk before, Viv? It was more of a brownout.
I've-
You're currently
I've
regaining
been-
your awareness.
I've been asleep before. Yes.
Nope.
I
nope.
don't
Blackout.
like it because you're not.
No,
in
this was a
control.
red out,
That's right. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
but better out
Brown
than
out.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why-
Bad puns. What happened?
You guys go to
I help.
sleep
I help out
every
Butt Trumpet. Butt Trumpet.
Okay, what a miss. Where's Calandra?
Yep.
Ugh.
That's what we're working on. We need to get you guys upstairs, and I'm trying to get better reception on my track another lost party member spell. That, dear God, I can only
Could have
imagine what.
it was
Bud Trumpet
Toad.
gives you the uppy arms.
Yes, yeah, she is with Toad still. She seems all right, but you two are inebriated to the point of it potentially becoming a problem if we hang out for too much longer. So I wanted to get everyone back up.
What'd you drink,
Got
Butt
a little
Trumpet?
bit of overseas.
I can try. I can.
You can what now?
She's so drunk, she's skipping and stuttering.
Yes,
Says Eldred.
definitely why.
I can track her.
Well, yeah, with what?
She and I both
Mm.
had the same drink. She was there, and she's just kind of going through her head, trying to remember the last time she saw Calandra. Is she able to kind of retrace steps and?
Sure. I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Because of your situation, go ahead and roll a survival check at disadvantage.
Because one of my features allows me to have advantage when I'm familiar
Okay,
with.
then no advantage, just a straight roll because of your
Sounds good.
partial inebriation.
Let's do it.
That doesn't sound partial.
Well,
I'm trying to be kind.
It's full inebriation.
that is rude. That is
Oh.
so rude. I'll just press
Vivalda,
on again.
you go. She went this way and lead up the stairs.
I don't know if
Okay.
we should trust that particular.
Well, that's leading out anyway. We were going to try that anyway. So let's start.
Is that going
backwards.
in the leaving direction? Paul?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure, fine. Yeah, that's good. You got it, Viv. You're on fire. Not literally. Don't worry.
Yes.
Eldred goes, yeah, I haven't done anything.
How do you gotta phrase it so weird sometimes?
So you
Ooh,
find
ooh, ooh.
yourselves out on the docks
Ooh, ooh,
again.
Viv,
And
Viv and Butt Trumpet. Eldred made me invisible one time.
Really? That's amazing.
And
Anyway,
Viv goes,
okay.
I think she either went this way and points out to sea, or this way and points down the docks.
I'm going to maybe say number 2. Yes, that's probably the right thing. Let me confirm with magic. I'll
All
again
right.
try to cast locate object to see if I can track Calandra's location.
Not trying to Claire explain, just making sure that you're okay from your situation.
I keep an eye out for
Not
any pirates.
Not Claire
coming near us.
explaining whatever that is. We do a double
I'm on
authentication
pirate
process here when it comes to us wandering around drunk in the city.
Yeah, it's coming up nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, she's really far away.
Well, she could be a certain distance away. That could be one thing, or it's someplace that is warded from magics is another thing. Certain a
That
certain
guy,
amount of
says
density-
Eldred?
What?
That guy?
But he could have went to a building that had
Oh,
that stuff. Also, certain building material, if it's thick enough, that kind of stuff could interfere with certain tracking.
okay. I was going to
But like,
say
for example,
if he's that powerful a wizard, I'll make it made of bacon.
well,
Really?
Settle
Okay.
down, Reed.
This whole campaign is just us gaslighting Reed about different things.
It's the main theme of the campaign.
A spin-off campaign will be Reed in therapy. I wasn't invisible the whole time.
The
He
wizard
couldn't
wasn't
really
made
fly after all.
we're not even sure if that man was a real wizard.
He was not. He was
He, in
not.
fact-
That's going to be the whole
He, in
story.
fact, was not a real wizard.
We need Morgan
courtesy
Freeman
of-
to narrate.
Yeah.
It's called
In fact,
cocaine,
he
kids.
was a
not
wanted
wizard.
felon.
Yeah.
So, guys, what are you doing now?
Well, let's follow
Vivalda's saying,
Vivalda's-
no, seriously, this way.
Or Vivalda, yeah.
No,
Yeah, Vivalda does.
well, I want to reach. I'm going to send another message to Calandra. Okay, you're going to need to help me out here. I can't locate you. We're trying to leave the bar. Can you please meet back up with us? Or give me more info to find you.
I do. I still, and I don't know where I'm at. So okay.
You're now in a building with Toad.
I'm like, man, that description would sure make guys thrilled. A building. Okay. Like, I'm in a building with Toad. Okay.
You went down a series of alleys to get there.
Oh yeah, that checks out. I'm safe. Went down lots of alleys. No idea of location. Can meet back at Hag?
All right. They're safe. They're safe in fucking alleys and streets away somewhere. Safe with Toad, apparently. And will meet us back at the Hag. And I hope they don't die.
Just
You know, just wearing the
case,
same
Reed.
clothes.
Viv, why don't you, if it's not that far, maybe you should just try and lead us there. anyway.
No, we can try. We can try with
Should
the
I?
Viv's tracking. At the very least, if it's heading in the right direction.
If I can help at all, Paul, I will try. I don't know
You
if I'm
have
good at that, but
survival as an ability.
I do not have it as a proficient ability.
Gaius does. I have faith that Calandra does have tracking skills and all that. And sure, you know what? Yes, let's try just you doing it the old-fashioned way. I've been relying on magic too much. Viv, I'll give you a hand. We'll try and track her down. If worse comes to
Alright.
worse, we just head back to the Hag.
All right. I'll try again. Should I try rolling again, Paul?
Yeah, go ahead, and you can
Okay.
do it with advantage this time.
Okay. Actually, I misread the doc because I got it confused with the other one. It's a normal roll, but I double my proficiency, is what it said. But
Okay.
I got a nat 1 the first time, so it would have been a nat 1 either way. Is that all right?
Yep.
Normal 4, and then my proficiency is a +4, so it'd be +8. 12.
Vivalda looks at you and says, "Someone definitely went this way."
Good. Was it Calandra and Toad? Just
Possibly, you think there, Vivalda.
Possibly. I'm having a harder time than usual with this.
you are severely intoxicated. I don't know if you're aware.
But I threw it all up.
Oh,
Even
no,
Gaius's
no.
wizard magic couldn't find her. So
Also, by the way, Vivalda, you feel like large ogre hands are grabbing your head and just squeezing.
Oh god.
So,
This really hurts.
yeah, don't worry. When we get back to the hag, I can make a headache potion.
Okay.
Is the direction that Viv is pointing, Paul, is that in the general direction we need to go to get back?
It's up the docks towards the alley of red lanterns, and where that is, and the direction that you originally came down.
Okay. So yeah. Let's we'll follow that path, Viv, and if worse comes to worse and we can't find them, we're already on our way back.
All right.
I keep an eye out for any pickpockets, brigands, anything else while we're walking.
Roll me a perception check, Reed.
Halfling, I hope. I got an 8. I feel so perceptive.
You notice you're missing money.
I'm the opposite of perceptive.
You are pretty sure that this old man wearing vestments with a little colored patch on his collar and a weird funny pointy hat that's kind of rounded at the top with a staff who's walking behind you is scoping you out to pick your pocket.
Who's right next to me?
Eldred.
Eldred.
Yeah.
Eldred.
What?
The wizard-looking guy behind us. I think he's going to try and pickpocket us. Keep an eye on him.
You got it. If he tries to pickpocket you, I'll yell attack.
Oh,
I don't know if
I
you
think
should do
Reed has
that.
what that guy's looking for in his pocket.
No?
Don't assault a cardinal of a different religion.
I mean, he looks like a wizard. He might try and steal from you.
Oh, that's a good point. I'll attack him then if he tries.
And I'll attack him too.
Good. Okay.
If he tries to pickpocket
You
you,
got
I'm
my
gonna,
back?
I'm going to stick him.
And
got
we
your
will
back.
attack him at the exact same time and get him from two sides. Good plan,
Why?
Reed.
Okay.
Get him from both
What?
sides. Okay.
Why is there a plan for any of this at all? What is happening? What are you two talking about back
Guys.
there?
Guys,
What?
the guy back there, the wizardy-looking one, he's up to something. He's up to no good.
What is he doing?
At the
What
moment,
has he done? Yeah, I'm turning and talking to him, and I see the guy. What is he doing? Just walking.
he's
along behind us?
walking, looking at something in his fingers as he's walking, and then just kind of rubs them and goes,
I think he was picking.
He's
his
casting a
nose.
spell.
Oh,
He's casting a spell.
you were supposed
I've
to be
seen
the
you cast
sober
spells like
one.
that.
What is going on here?
I'm a little
I think
paranoid.
he's just evading taxes.
Evading
Oh.
taxes? What the hell is going on here? What is this conversation?
Deep meta joke. Let's keep going.
Okay, hold on. We don't want to distract Vivalda. She's tracking.
Turn around. Oh shit! Where'd she go?
you look around, and she is headed out a dock towards the end of the dock. One of the ones that
Whoop,
ships
nope.
on either.
Yeah, Gaius does that like sprint jog over. Like, no. No, dear, no.
You need one of those baby backpacks with like the leash.
Yeah.
It's
Nope,
really hard to do this with a headache, like a really bad headache.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let's. Is there like a barrel or something like that could be subbed as like a table to do something on, Paul?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. Just give me a second. He pulls out a couple different like herbs and stuff. Like puts them in. Pulls out like a mortar and pestle, like a little one that he's used before. Mixes up his stuff, then pulls out. Sniffs the one. Oh, nope, that's not what she needs right now. Water. Here you go. Dump that in. Mix it together. All right, drink this.
All right.
Eldred says,
Thank
so
you.
Vivaldi, you think Calandra's with Toad in a boat?
I don't know.
Oh.
I just all the tracks. I don't. She's just gonna
It's okay.
down this thing.
You're feeling the call of the sea. I understand. Sometimes you just want to fucking get away. I get it.
Are we
when
talking
went out
about,
by the
like,
dock-
to make
Chris
sure
or
she's
Gaius?
all right.
This feels awfully personal now. Like,
when we went
Okay,
out by
so-
the dock, Paul,
Who's Chris?
did the wizardy guy keep walking?
Yeah, he kept walking.
Oh
Eldred says, oh, he's good. He kept walking like he didn't even notice we were here. You were
we
right,
wanted to get him
Reed,
off.
because he's good.
Mhm. He knew we were on to.
Yeah.
We're not the easy targets that he thought we were.
Okay, yeah. It's like Guy starts going in the general direction that Viv pointed. That's not out to open sea and us drowning and back into the city.
Okay. Someone roll me a 20-sider, please.
I'll do it.
Not me. I'm
Go
rolling
ahead.
shit
There's
today.
gotta be a chance that one of us is gonna roll well. It's probably not gonna be me. Oh, I'll be
Got
damned.
this.
Okay.
Hey.
Nibbling you fair.
It takes a while. Gaius keeps kind of wrangling in Vivalda, who's her head's more numb now than anything else. Keeps wrangling her in from going down dark alleys where there's people at Gaius sees at the other end and in the middle of it, and stuff, and kind of says, "No, I think you said it was this way." Eldred's going, "You're doing great, Viv. You're doing great. We're on the trail." And it takes a
I
while,
feel like
but
you're... Sorry, I'm just reacting to what you're saying. Like, feel like that's slightly patronizing, but sure, thank you.
you did say it was this way, didn't you? Says Eldred.
Yes, but you keep... Then I think it's another way, and you say the exact same thing, so then I don't know. Every way can't be the right way.
Oh, absolutely not. I agree with you 500%.
Right. I think it's this way.
That's great, Viv. You're on the trail.
Do we kind of know where we're at, Paul? Like we know how to get back to the house?
Yeah, you do. You're going. It's just you're moving slower than usual. You eventually make it back to the hag, and it is late, or in this particular case, it is early.
I hate this long night.
Well, maybe Calandra's here. Let's go see.
Probably not. Maybe. Is the door locked, Paul?
Yeah.
Great.
God, is there a curfew?
Oh,
Yes.
is there a curfew?
Kinda, yeah. Remember the whole, like, people getting
thought we
abducted
just-
at night kind of thing, and that still
I
happens.
just thought we weren't supposed to be loud, but okay.
Well, no, yes. Here, when we get inside, we don't be loud. That is a thing.
Got it.
So
Okay.
we go in quietly to our rooms.
You don't think we
Eldred
should knock?
says,
We should just pick it.
I actually have an idea.
You have
Someone
a
mark
key?
this date down.
Okay. Guys,
Yeah.
pulls out
Pen
a
and paper, but go
paper. Yes.
So we don't get thrown out or arrested for trying to break in, and we don't wake
I slowly
Mary up.
put the thieves' tools back in my belt.
Go on.
Why don't we go back to the stone's throw, since Gaius set that up as a way to get in?
Isn't that like hours away?
What? No, it's like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, we'll do
45
that.
minutes just to the place that serves food.
Yeah. That doesn't mean the stone's throw is magically some different distance to this place.
Oh, okay. I didn't think we were that close, but okay. We're walking.
Haven't looked at a map of this place in a while.
Yeah.
Ooh, before we walk away,
Tell
can you message
Calandra.
Calandra again?
Yeah,
Unless
so
she's
we'll
here.
Oh, that's a good point,
tell-
says Eldred.
Son of a... All right, like, I'm blowing all these high-level spells just to text someone. Jeez.
If she's here, could
Just
she
a
come
message you want?
downstairs and let us in?
Exactly why I'm checking. This is a good idea in case
Alright.
she somehow beat us here.
You
Calandra.
can't just keep doing the message you want? Yeah, that's good.
No. Calandra, if you're in the hag, or we're here, come unlock the door. If you haven't made it here yet, we can't get in, so we're going to the stone's throw instead.
Calandra, you are in the middle. You are currently really occupied, but could probably get a
What?
short message off
La, 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 la,
tactfully,
la, la,
but-
la.
I don't want to know.
Just imagine
Oh, God.
guys saying all these things deadpan with no inflection, by the way. That's how you'll deliver this message to everybody else.
But I still don't know where I'm at or anything. No. Okay.
No, you get the feeling you're at Toad's place.
Oh.
Oh no. You went
Oh,
back to his
no.
inner sanctum. Oh no.
You went to the fucking Toad Den? Oh.
The
I like
lily
to call
pad.
it the lily
Pad.
pad.
The lily pad.
Aren't toads the dry? Frogs are the ones that are on the water. Toads are the ground ones.
The
I'm
bog.
picturing Calandra walking in, and Toad jumps on the bed like Austin Powers. Oh yeah, baby. It's like, oh no,
Welcome to my pad.
Yeah, Odo's right. So
Ribbit.
what words are being put in Gaius's head right now is what I want to know.
I think I'm at Toad's place. Still okay.
Not what I asked.
We'll be at Stone's Throw as soon as I can get there.
They must be having a real awkward conversation with Toad right now. All right. Yeah,
Did
they're
she
not
say
here.
Pineapple this time? Okay.
No, sounded kind of distracted. But she's at the Toad Den or something, or the Lily Pad. I wasn't really paying attention after a certain point.
Eldred goes, lily pad. Aren't toads like land things?
Yeah, I think so. That's what the guy wants to call his place. That's what he wants to call his place. Anyway, we're at the Stone's Throw now. I'm going to go to sleep.
Okay.
Yes, go in there. Hey guys, on the way there,
Yeah,
guys.
well,
You,
yes.
do you think Calandra likes Toad? Is she like happy? I think she would have said pineapple by now.
Just hear Viv kind of as we're walking.
Yeah, you're right over there. Did you trip?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just headache. Everything's fine.
Yeah. Well, if you need more of that stuff, I'll make you a draft to help you sleep once we get back. So, but yeah,
Sure.
yeah, she sounded fine. I wouldn't say enthused, but like not in danger, and it kept saying I'm safe. So I guess okay.
Maybe she's really like pumping up for information.
Could be.
Oh,
Could be. She could be milking him for all the information she
Oh.
can.
I swear to
wow,
God.
I'm exhausted. I am so exhausted. I'm going to go to trance immediately. Actually,
I'm so fucking mad I didn't think of any of that. Oh my god.
Hush, no, you're not here.
I would love to trance in silence as well, too, if possible. Thank you.
I want the medieval iPad.
That's weird. Why'd they get all weird for a second there? That's
I think Viv is still feeling
It
The
probably
bloodbath
still
effect.
inebriated, says Eldred.
yeah, that's true. Might be feeling a little queasy for some reason. Perhaps she's thinking about something unpalatable.
definitely not bacon.
Sometimes
Pre-spaced.
But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep. Do we need
Everyone goes off to their own rooms?
Yep.
Yes.
Great question. I guess I'll do watch first because Calandra can't get in unless we let her.
Okay, I'm still pretty good. I could take second watch if
All right, you got second, and then I kind of just
I
like
can take a watch.
gently poke Viv. I'm like, you all right? I'll make
I'm
you
fine.
some
I
more
can-
stuff to help clear.
Yes, once I trance, I should be fine, and
All right,
then I can
okay.
do watch afterward.
And then I'll go after Viv, leaving Eldred to go last.
Works for me, says Eldred.
Sounds
I only
good.
need the 4 hours.
It's very late, so they
whenever-
should be short watches.
Butt Trumpet, would you roll me a 20-sider, please?
Woof.
5 hours later.
5 hours later.
Butt Trumpet, you finally just doze off, and finally just the buzzing and the pain in your head subside as you just feel like you float away from it into sleep. But in the distance, you hear a little voice say, "Are you awake?"
Maybe.
Ah, I thought maybe. I'm a little confused.
I can understand that.
I don't know who's what and what's who. Is the kid with the shiny stone in their head really an evil bunny torturer?
Oh no. Well, Reed, who actually he's not a kid, he's a halfling.
Hmm.
He's just small.
Oh, like us.
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha.
So, Reed didn't know how to properly keep a pet, and frankly, we had no way of knowing that the rabbits thought and handled themselves the way they did. So, while Reed did do his best to feed the bunny, he probably should have spent more time with it, maybe put it in different living conditions and so on, but he never did anything to hurt him.
Okay. I just remember I heard you hearing what the bunny was saying to him.
You heard that too?
Yeah.
Do you
Do
hear my
we?
thoughts a lot?
No. But I heard that.
Interesting.
And I just was wondering if we're in danger from bunnies.
I've I've wondered that myself, to be honest. I wanted them to trust me, but evidently with the pumpkin waiting in the back, they felt that I was trying to sneak a spy in. I really wish I could explain that, but they didn't want to hear it. So I am I am also pretty afraid of that.
Maybe if you get another chance, you can explain that. And
I'd
maybe,
like to.
maybe the little boy's bunny would back you up.
I'd like to believe so.
No one
Maybe
should
I will.
no one should treat their mommy bad. That's wrong.
Thank you. Have you been doing okay through this ordeal? I haven't been able to speak with you in a while.
You've been holding me at night and you've been keeping me with you. That's more than anyone's done for me in I can't even remember when.
Have
I
you been
like it.
lonely?
Yeah.
I
But
know how that feels.
you're very nice and I didn't have that before. I just had the old woman's anger and nasty things she would say.
Did she make you?
Oh, I don't think so.
Do you
I
remember at all where you might have come from before her?
I'll have to think on that. I don't think so because I was with her for a really long time.
That's okay. If you think of it, you are safe to tell me.
Okay.
Would
Thank
you
you.
rather I not tell anybody about us talking?
Well, it's up to you. Your friends seem like they have a few other things going on right now. They seem a little preoccupied with stuff.
That's very true. I don't mean right away, of course. I just mean that eventually, if or when the time comes, while we're all a little zany, they are safe people when it comes down to it.
Well, that's good to know.
And what you felt with me, I felt with them.
Really?
I'd never felt much like I had a family until the master I lost. And I wasn't sure if I was going to have another one. They've kind of given me that.
Your friends are your master?
No, my master felt like my family, and now they feel like my family.
Oh, so your master wasn't really your master then?
I guess not. I guess he was more of my friend.
Yeah, friends are never masters. Not real
That's very
friends.
true. That's very true. We're
Are you
friends,
my
right?
friend?
Yes, yes, I am.
Oh, goody.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how to say this. What's up with the little woman who dresses funny with the big heels, who's with the guy whose head isn't screwed all the way together?
Oh, that's Calandra. She is also a safe person. She's just very, very open and very, very social.
Oh. Oh, I've never been good at that.
Me either. I get uncomfortable sometimes, and I don't always know how to act around people. She seems to have it figured out, though,
Yeah,
when it
she
comes
seems
down to it.
really, really good at it. Wow.
I hope that maybe I can, maybe not be to that level, but maybe I can eventually get more comfortable as time goes.
We'll work on that together, because I could probably use some help with it too.
I like the sound of that.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I was worried. I realized that I had some questions. So
Understandable.
I'm good now. We can talk about other stuff another time. You probably are really tired.
Just a little.
The two of us should probably get some rest.
That sounds okay.
Sweet dreams, friend.
Night, night. Night, night, friend.
The morning comes.
I'm frozen. Damn it.
We can hear you, we can hear you, Reed, so that's fine.
Just blink if it is everything all right. Just blink.
I can't blink.
We got a pineapple
Blink if you're
situation on our
okay.
hands.
Eldred says it's
I can't
spreading from butt trumpet.
Excuse me.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh, I
The
thought
lack
that
of
was just a
eyelids, it's
goblet thing.
contagious.
Okay, so it's morning, or you think it's the time morning to you because you just woke up.
No.
Is the sun up?
Oh yeah,
Who let
Do
in
we hear any
Calandra?
birds? Any birds chirping?
no.
Did anybody let in Calandra last night?
Eldred
Did
says
I even
I
take
did.
a watch? Okay.
Everyone took a watch, and nothing seemed to happen to anybody.
Oh boy.
All right. Well,
I look at guys,
Calandra.
and I'm just like, guys,
yeah, I'm.
we
Yeah, just
can't lose
stop
another
staring
friend.
at me. I'm blinking like that. All
we
right.
can't do it. I'm making that face. We can't do it.
All right. I'm checking. I'm making the call.
making the call.
Eldred just looks at you, Gaius, and goes like this.
I'm not hungover, but I almost feel like I want to be. Calandra. Yeah.
That's 3 words.
Where you at?
Calandra, you just got to sleep after a long night of drinking and other stuff.
Emphasis on the other stuff.
It's the walk of shame. Walk of shame.
Toad is asleep.
No shame in my game, baby.
Aw, yeah.
Delightful.
Still at the lily pad, about
Mm.
to go to sleep. Very tired. Will meet up soon.
Who knew Toad had that stamina?
Is she alright?
I don't want to
Yeah.
think about Toad's stamina.
Yes, she's fine. Just great.
Is she okay? Where is she?
Oh, she's a little tuckered out. We'll meet
You know what?
back
That's
up.
okay. You don't have to answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. Never mind.
Yeah. You know what? Hey, let's get
Did
some
she get
breakfast.
lots of
Let's
information?
go.
Oh, we want to
Back on
eat
the
now?
We're gonna go to the Hag with some. Hell, I'll go get the food. I don't give a shit. And we
Need a
can
walk?
put her
Need
there.
some fresh air? Clear your
I
head?
need,
I'll
I need to
go
clear my
too.
head. Literally, it feels like there's garbage in it now. Just, ugh. Blah.
Gaius, it's like when you were on the ethereal plane. It's like a panorama film that surrounds you in vivid detail. That just it's like on an
Why is
endless
this
loop
when I
that
get
keeps
this
playing in
information?
your head.
Nope, no, it's not. Unfortunately, Ryan Shannon just starts chugging it. Well,
Oh,
let's get out of here in case the constabulary comes. Because this is technically squat.
Paul.
Yes.
Last night, since Viv only needed 4 hours of trance, could we say that the rest of the time last night she was like cleaning her clothes up and
Sure.
like taking care of all that red
Sure.
on her green outfit?
Yep.
Cool.
Hey, looking good. It's got now just like a pink streak.
Yeah, I don't know how to get that part out in specific, but everything else
Oh,
looks
it's fine.
alright.
I
I'm
actually-
working on that.
Eldred goes, I can try to do something at least temporary for that. Although I will say the
Oh.
red and
Go
green,
Lemonus!
the red and green and white was very festive. It was almost holiday-like. But I can get rid of that pink for you, at least for a little while.
Yes, I prefer the green and brown aesthetic I have going, for sure.
So he does press the detergent and cleans that up for you.
Thank you, Eldred.
You're
That
very
cat's
welcome.
Using his
Tide.
Tide Wand. Yeah! Jinx!
How's Eldred's face looking?
It's getting a little bit better, but it's still a little on the
Peeling?
yeah. Yeah, he looks like that friend of yours who was in the sun way too long without any sunscreen on, and
So
especially
he's
No.
no
The
longer
layer off his...
Is
hiding
he still like
the aging.
young and shiny?
yeah, no,
Is he,
and when
like,
he's
old now?
just with you, with all of you, he kind of lets everything just kind of hang free. It's when you step out that all of a sudden he starts doing all sorts of things.
Oh,
Peeling
so
a layer in the
looking all
beard,
old.
there is an idea of an Eldred the Wizard.
But yeah, the white streak is there, and you haven't seen that for a while.
Eldred,
Oh,
or
thanks.
I haven't seen it in general, right? Because he hid everything
Yeah,
this whole time.
he's got a
yeah.
white streak kind of just off the center that goes all the way. It's the length of the hair down to the shoulders, but in the back.
Not a real-
Eldred, I love that white streak you have going.
It's
You
real
do?
strange, like
Yes.
like
It's a very
you
nice
remind me of a
statement.
guy I knew,
Oh.
Cumberbun or something. I think his name was Benedict. No, that might be a different guy.
Speaking of
Benedict?
Benedict, were we going to get
Cumberbatch?
eggs?
I'm sure.
You
Yeah.
can go get.
Let's all
What, Viv?
go and get some food.
I agreed with you.
Oh, thank you.
I want eggs as well.
Well, should we all go or should we wait? I could wait here if you think Calandra might come here.
No, we don't stay at the Stone's Throw. We'll go to the Hag. Some of us can stay there if we feel who doesn't want to go,
Okay.
and then we'll pick up food for the rest. I think.
Eldred
Okay.
says, "I'll be with you in a second. I just have a few things I have to do." And he
Gonna put it on your face.
goes up. Yeah, I have to put on my face, and goes upstairs and comes back down
actually
looking
literal.
young and chiseled features. But he left the white streak in his hair this time.
He woke up like this.
Nice.
This doesn't just happen, he says.
Yeah. It's
I think
magical
that
in
your
more
face
ways than
looks-
one, my friend.
Yes. I think your face looks fine either way.
That's what makes you magical.
I always liked you, Viv, and you did a great job of getting us back here last night. I'm
Oh,
sorry that your head hurt so
thank you.
much, though.
It's better now. Right.
Well.
Well, let's get some eggs.
Eggs. Yeah.
By the
Let's
way, Viv, I
Yes?
hope this isn't inappropriate to mention to you, but last night when Reed and I were doing the loop, it
Right.
looked like you hit 4 separate people because with the splash range, There were 4 little
Oh.
clear spots on the ground.
Oh, when I
Yeah.
When you splash attacked.
right.
Because
Oh.
when we got
You
there, they
activated your
hadn't
breath
yet
weapon.
cleaned it up. But there were 4 little clear spots in this huge area. It was like a red clover leaf on the floor.
Oh.
Somebody wasn't lucky.
Oh dear.
Honestly, it was pretty neat. I'm impressed you got 4 people. That's a lot. That was pretty good.
Thank you, Reed. Oh God. Okay.
Vivalda,
Did
your
they see me?
aim is true.
If I got
Do you
sick,
think
I
they
could
saw
probably only
me?
throw up enough to hit like 1 or 2.
So we're having this discussion of vomit while we're getting ready to eat, right? Just want to make sure we're
Yeah,
all
well,
on the same page.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we're
Cool.
walking to go get food.
Do you think anybody
This is not
knows
the
it was
worst of
me
it.
who
No.
threw up on them?
No, Gaius got you out of there pretty darn quick.
Plus, you were in a
Thank you,
cloak.
guys.
Yeah, he covered you with a cloak.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, don't worry. It's not the first. It won't be the last, I'm sure.
I hope it's the last.
Well, that's what everyone says right after it happens. Then you tend to forget about that.
Yeah,
And then you do
I
it
had
again.
to hope that my first time was the last time. It wasn't.
But look at
You
you.
never
Both
know.
of you are now true adventurers, says Eldred.
Yay.
Yep.
How far are we?
I can't wait to have my eggs.
Are you headed to the dog's bollocks or somewhere else?
Jesus Christ.
I
Well,
just
I
can't
guess
catch a break here.
Whoever wants to stay, go into the Hag, because I'm assuming it's open now, right, Paul?
Mm-hmm.
It's that time of day.
Can we
Yeah.
find a place
No,
to eat called like the Crispy Apple or something?
Maybe
Just
find a place
normal
owned by Robert Evans.
Mm.
Tim Horton. Let's find Tim Horton.
Yeah, we got a Horn Timmons, though.
Oh, Timmins! It's run by tieflings.
Oh, God, that better show up in freaking Ankh-Mar when we finally get there. Anyway.
Write that down. Write that down. Oh, my gosh.
Anywho, yeah, whoever doesn't
If you
feel
want
like
to try
A,
someplace else, you can either ask someone or kind of go up and down the street.
In all the times
I
we've
guess
been to
so.
the Stone Throw, we don't know any other place.
You almost always ate at the Stone's Throw.
We're
Yeah.
all very neurodivergent. This is our safe food. This is where we knew the menu.
Oh, I was just lazy.
Everybody knows our name.
Yeah.
Reed! Norm! Gnome!
And halfling steal guys' pants.
No, normal sized people stole my pants.
Welcome to Jeers. So where are you headed?
We'll go to the dog's butt or whatever it is. There's a dog's.
But that because that's the
Great.
closest one, right?
Let's do that. We know it.
It's the one that you were told about by Mary.
I mean, they did have good food despite the name.
Well, we could have gone to the Barking Spider, but you know.
What?
That's actually down
that
by
close?
the docks.
No.
Yeah.
And around the
Right by
warehouse
the Dirty
district.
Mermaid.
Yeah, so
So, dog.
yeah, if you guys want to go that way, I could stay at the Hag for Calandra in case she somehow makes it back before then. I don't know how long gnomes need to sleep or how tired she might be.
I mean, since we only heard back from her this morning, she must be pretty tired.
Yeah.
So she's just now going to sleep?
Yeah.
She must have been
Probably played a
partying.
really intense game of checkers.
Wow.
Ooh.
It
That
sounded a
can
little
last a
bit
while,
more intense than checkers.
Oh.
And
Chess?
she's sleeping at Toad's
Tiddlywinks.
place.
Backgammon, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, she was
She's
at
sleeping at
Toad's
Toad's place.
apparently.
So she's sleeping at Toad's place,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
Oh
She
God.
must really like him. Mm.
You all right there?
You know,
Yeah,
I
I'm
almost would
fine.
prefer if we focus on a place called the Dog's Bollocks right now.
Yeah, let's focus on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Let's all go out and eat together. It'll be a good time, bonding,
Right.
talk about something else
Yes.
besides.
Okay.
We really shouldn't gnome shame.
Okay, so you
Let's,
go
uh,
through
You know
a.
what? You're right. We're better than this.
We're Red Lantern positive here.
Let's talk about the pleasantries that we have been.
I need
through
that on a
lately.
shirt.
We're going to do a breakfast montage of things like Duran Duran, the B-52s, Katrina and the Waves, and all that sort of stuff, sounding music as everyone's going and having different egg dishes and things, and
Pancakes.
coffee, pancakes, piled high with syrup dripping down the sides, and everyone's
Oh,
laughing
yeah.
and having a good old time. And
Yeah.
Do I get a rock lobster if the B-52s are involved?
they say
Lobster and eggs.
not this morning, but sometimes we get them in.
A rock lobster omelet.
Yeah, someone has paid the cost comes to 2 gold for everyone.
Yep. There you go. Done. Taking it off my tally and putting on
Got it.
everybody
Thank you,
else's slowly increasing debt to me.
I gave you my
You have my money.
I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm like a bank.
You could be spending our money. We don't know.
It's like
It's
that
called
credit
good
card you got
long-term
from the
investment.
bank you never heard of with the interest rate
No,
that's
it's
like through the
it's
roof.
good long-term investments in properties that I diversify and then I rent
Seven
out to other
Rivers?
people.
I
Yeah,
do
you
look
can
forward
snap them
to
up real
actually-
cheap right now.
So
Fantasy Detroit.
the new RPG,
I do look forward to having
Fantasy
coin again.
Detroit.
Is RoboCop going to show up?
RoboCop just left. He went to a rap battle with Eminem.
It's Warforged Cup.
It's actually a vicious mockery battle.
Right.
Sick.
The current champion of these battles is working. He works in a carriage factory.
If you had one quest to take, would you take it? Okay, anyway, what were we doing?
Okay, so
This was
you
You
delicious.
just had a breakfast montage.
Right,
so
right, that.
breakfast was wonderful. You come out, you realize that by the time you come out, it's about 2 in the afternoon because you slept pretty late.
A
Oops.
long-ass montage.
Well, you didn't get there till just before noon,
I know.
and then
Oh,
you
it
had to
was
wait
brunch.
for a seat.
I love a
Oh,
good
do you
brunch.
Soon
think
as we get-
that-
As soon as we get outside, my
Calandra's
stomach
back?
rumbles. I'm like, lunchtime.
Eldred just goes,
You just ate.
"Really? Already? We're not even through the door yet."
You haven't had pregnancies yet.
You still
Whatever
are holding
bullshit
bacon
Rosie
in your
makes up.
hand.
I know they had bacon. So good.
Yeah, Eldred says, as
Made
long
from
as he
people.
realizes it's bacon and doesn't realize that it's actually fish bacon, but he should be good.
Did I hear that?
No,
No, you
I
didn't
was-
hear.
I was too busy crunching in my mouth.
Yeah.
I know that if it was like very obviously fish, but like it had the bacon streaks on it, so we just didn't notice.
it's like someone took soy and painted the little lines on it in between the scales.
It's just salmon skin, all silvery.
Oh,
So anyway, we're walking out the door.
So you're back in the street. We can move things along till later if you want, or we can move you back to the Hag if you want.
Yeah,
We should
I
go to
mean,
the Hag.
to the Hag and fast forward to when Calandra meets back.
Yeah, let's jump to reuniting. I'm getting the
Okay.
band back together here.
It doesn't feel so good because I'm sure she's just been bursting to tell us just all the fucking
Of
worst
her
things in the world.
adventures. With
Okay,
Toad.
so you get back to the hag. The only other person in there is Mary and the person in the hood over by the little window seat with all the books, who's always seems to be there. And we'll do a drinking montage, but this time it's like Joy Division, the Fall, Susie and the Banshees, Bauhaus, little Fields of Nephilim, stuff like
The
that.
Green Hag. We're happy here at the Green Hag.
I love it.
I was a bard in the previous life anyway.
Guys, are you gonna use your spells again?
No, she said she was going to meet. I told. Oh, how long has it been since I contacted her last?
We'll say at 6 o'clock. It was 6 hours.
Okay, so at some point that made sense. Like, once 7 hours or so later, just mind blasts into her head. We're at the hag now.
Like an alarm on her phone.
Yeah, basically.
You're still asleep, but you get woken up by this.
Oh yeah,
Calandra.
the other words are we're at the hag. Get the fuck up. Nobody else knows this. The guy is just sitting there sipping a drink as he's sending this particular message.
Oh, why is Gaius the voice in my head? Oh, fuck.
It's your conscience.
Okay.
Dear Lord, if I'm your conscience. That would make sense then, I guess.
If the rest of us are just
Fine.
hanging out while we wait for Calandra, I think
The hag.
Viv is offering to give people. Oh, sorry. the
On my
hag.
way.
Viv is. Are we talking right now?
Calandra, as you're talking, from next year, you just hear, "Tell him we'll see him tonight."
Oh!
Oh shit.
Oh! Damn!
Oh
What?
Hold on, I haven't relayed this information yet.
What?
It's okay, Viv. We can't hear this. We don't know yet.
Just finish. Just finish your message.
That all I said.
Still have
I
so
said
many
all I said
words.
back. I was to that Paul. That aside, all I repeated to. I just said to Toad, "Dude, I gotta go to my friends," and then that was it. So if they wouldn't have heard him, but yeah, I just said I gotta go, and so
Okay, so you hear, "Guys, I gotta go," and then it cuts
Yeah.
out. He says, "I'll buy you a late breakfast. You'd only be there a couple hours early anyway, so we'll meet him at the Rubber Ducky."
You're gonna buy breakfast.
Of course. You think I'm a heathen?
Well, no, I just breakfast. I like breakfast.
Oh, good. I know some good places.
Hey, okay.
All I wanted to say, too, was if everybody's sitting around just chatting and stuff, Viv would offer to, braid Butt Trumpet's, little hair wisps and anybody else who would want braids.
Oh my gosh, yes, please.
Sometimes I need my hair to cover my
Give me a
gem.
little sprout.
You need your hair to cover your what?
The gem on my forehead. I gotta keep that.
Oh, that's right. He needs his bangs.
So are you thinking Butt Trumpet, that Butt Trumpet's going to look almost like Coolio with the braids coming out everywhere?
Oh, that might be a bit appropriative. Let's go with a Viking thing.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Like a little Viking braid along the side.
Of course, yes.
We'll do a little Pink Floyd montage of time, and matter of fact, you go through all of Dark Side of the Moon, and still no Calandra.
Everyone
FYI,
has a
I
braid
don't
now.
think she's coming. I don't think she's going to be coming.
What's that girl in
Not
blue
just
gingham
coming.
doing here?
I got this vibe.
You don't think she's coming?
We'll be seeing her later, I'm sure. I just don't think.
Think she'll meet us at the Rubber Duck?
I think they're going to probably meet us at the Rubber Duck, if I had to guess.
Okay.
She is safe though, right? You don't
Multiple
think that Toad
times.
is holding her against her will or anything?
Not against her will.
I mean, it might be like a consensual, non-consensual kind of thing.
Which is fine. Again, no gnome shaming here.
Fine. No, yeah, I approve. It's like I approve of it all. I think they're all right. I think you're jumping to conclusions, though. She is potentially with a murderer. Confirmed
That's my issue.
killer.
Calandra
This
can do
gnome
whatever
walk
she
of
wants. I
shame
just want to
is-
make sure that she's okay. I
It's
don't
guided
trust
Oh, yeah,
Toad at
no,
all.
multiple times she said she's fine, she's safe.
All right.
I mean,
Well,
we're going to be trusting this guy to help us do some stuff that's not necessarily great.
yeah.
Also, Viv, we've killed a bunch of people.
And stolen stuff.
Shh, no. Well, her
Sorry.
other side did that.
Yeah, but like, we were part of it.
Oh,
And
yeah,
Eldred
no, totally.
says, "We feel like you should know this, Viv, since you were inebriated last night, because all of this happened last night."
You stop fucking.
What?
Stop
Don't be a dick, Eldred.
gaslighting people. That doesn't even exist here yet.
We
I'm
didn't
a
do that last
trendsetter, he
night.
says.
Oh, if that's a trend, I'd rather not be associated with me. But anyway, yeah, no,
You have a
Viv,
point.
yeah, no, he's done bad stuff, but
So have we.
She seemed. Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to get across. We have done some things, we just haven't been caught. Really good at not getting caught. Well, we're terrible at getting caught. Then we just remove the caught part from the equation.
So that's his weakness.
Yes.
I just want to make sure that
Like I
we're
said.
doing the right thing.
Well, it's the right thing to try and save Butterbeer.
Right.
We have a lot of good intentions, and I'm sure this path won't lead us somewhere poor.
The road to
It's
the
the path
docks
paved
are
with-
paved with,
With good intentions.
right,
Also, other places, now that I say that sentence out loud,
and gravel.
bad. Yes. Stone, occasionally dirt,
Yeah,
Yeah.
most of the time. Yeah.
Yep.
So, I guess the question is, before we head to the duck, is there anything we want to discuss? I know, Viv, you don't feel Toad is trustworthy, right? That's a problem you're having with him?
I have that issue. I'm concerned that we're doing a very bad thing to do a good thing. And I just don't know. I understand that our intentions are right. I just hope we're going about it the right way.
Well,
unfortunately, I don't think
just-
the guards are going to listen to anything. I think we have to break them out.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully. Well, like I said, the other thing was, Viv, the people I talked to off to the side, the rebel types, said they would be in touch with us as well. So we might have a workaround. You don't know. Hell, Toad
Alright.
was technically called in a favor, basically, to get himself out. So we might come upon a way to do something that doesn't require us to necessarily get in there, maybe, depending upon what's presented to us.
Also,
Right now, we're just.
did anybody else think that bacon tasted a little funny?
No, it seemed fine to me.
Mm.
Saltier
you
than
know what, I don't
usual,
think
but
I don't think I had any of that.
I put some in my bacon pocket, and then now my hand smells like fish when I take it out.
oh, that's weird. I mean, we are by the docks.
Have you putting your hands on fish recently? Maybe
I think it's the bacon.
maybe that just transferred to.
I just ate it all, so there's no more left. But
The last time you washed out your bacon pocket, Reed.
I'm a little due to wash my clothes again.
I'm concerned
You know what?
what you
We
is
have
your definition.
A lot of. We have hours before we're supposed to get the rubber duck. I think Reed needs to do some laundry.
Oh, okay, I can do that.
Eldred says we are headed down by the dock, by the lake.
Press detergent?
Ooh, yeah.
I'm sorry, but magic is only so powerful.
You still got
That's
soap,
true.
right, guys?
He's going to have to be a much stronger wizard to get through those grease stains.
So just
Delving deep into the arcane arts.
I heard of this great and powerful wizard called Cascade that could do it, but they're not here anymore. What? Like I said,
We
we're
clean
just
up Reed.
seeing what our yeah, it's just out back, just guys with a garden hose, just hitting them. Like, stop running.
So another
Just
montage, and you see everyone kind of going down the back alley with a big tub, big thing of soap, big,
I was
and the
about to
last
say.
thing you see is Reed running bare ass crossed and running away, and then the whole group is running in line after him, and then he runs back the other way. Group runs past him and everything, and
Like he's a dog? No. You just take him fully clothed, throw him in an empty barrel. I cast create water. It's immediately filled with water.
And the water turns brown
Immediately.
within 3 seconds.
you can't see him under the water through the slick.
Oh,
A lot of oil and grease bubbles.
it's mostly my pockets that are dirty. I'm not that bad.
You're getting
Come
his
on now.
bacon pocket all wet.
Oh, there were still fish sticks in there or something.
I take a good bath. I appreciate the fresh water, guys, and then I will do my clothes afterwards.
You
And
are
I
a
never
grown
run
man,
around
and
bare
I'm
ass
going
naked
to
in the
leave you
town.
to
That's
it.
unacceptable.
This was back alley, so it was okay.
Yeah, what happens
He's
in the
probably
back alley
created life in his pocket by now. A new unidentified life
finds a
forms
way.
in there.
The slick on top of the water starts to harden.
Oh.
What?
Like Reed made his very own magic shell. What?
I don't think that's candy coating. Well,
Why is there ice on top of the water? Reed's trapped under the
that's
ice.
not ice.
I don't think that's ice. Yeah.
It's not ice. Mm.
Okay,
I get all
so
cleaned up, nice and spiffy.
so there's Reed, nice and spitty. It's getting later, so do you start heading down to the docks?
I think so, unless anyone has anything
Yeah.
else they need to go.
No word from Calandra.
She said, like I said, she was safe. I woke her up kind of annoyingly, which felt good on the inside. And she basically kind of told me, like, in a nice way to fuck off, I think.
Someone roll me a 20-sider, please.
Oof. No.
It's going to take us a bit of time.
I apologize.
You're doing fine till you get down to the docks, and it's just there's so many people. It takes a while to get through them and keep the group together. There's occasionally that you get a little separated from people because the docks are just packed with people. You eventually make it to the dock, and it's probably about 8:39ish by then.
I keep an eye out for Toad and Calandra. And then I look up at Viv and Gaius, and I'm like, you two should look better because you can see over everybody else. Oh, and you, Eldred, too.
I use my powers of perception.
I will
I
actually
soon
keep an eye out
perceive-
for Marge, too, because she knows all about Calandra. So they're like buds.
I assume Marge is going to be behind the bar, but no, like Calandra and Toad, to see if they're here yet.
Okay, give me an investigation check, please.
Oh, hell.
Okay, so
the
4.
19. Yeah. Viv was helping me try to find them.
Okay.
So 19? Yay.
You see them sitting in a corner,
Oh,
and
no
they're
shit.
kind of leaning into each other, giggling over drinks.
Gross. I mean, cool. I'm happy for my friend. God, the lighting in here is not working for him. But you know what? Good
As
for
I
her.
finally, as we approach them and I see this, I'm going to comment to whoever's next to me. I'm like, he better not be joining our group.
Oh, he better not.
Yeah.
Reunited and it feels so good.
Reunited and it's a little awkward.
Yeah.
What is that?
Hey!
What is that?
Ah, ah.
What's up, guys? How's it
That
going?
Valda is that's a Jersey classic. That's Tilly at a creepy amusement park that was painted on.
Marge points him out to you when you talk to her to get your drinks.
Ah, thank you, Marge. Always a pleasure.
And just as that's happening, you see Tulip walk up to the bar. Marge says, "Hey, Tulip." Tulip goes, "I got a new batch of shirts I made today. You're gonna love them, Marge. I was at the Blood Circus last night. I was getting a drink over in the corner. You would not believe what I saw. So I made this." Holds up the shirt. It's a really angry looking duck, partially bent over, vomiting this red bubbly stuff, and the line says, "Sick my duck."
Can I get
my.
two of those?
You got it.
I'm gonna need like one my size, and then he leans in. He's like, and then like points at Viv. He's like, and one her size.
You got it.
That's gonna be a gift for later.
That'll be
I enjoy
a
it.
gold piece for both of them.
There you go. And guy slides it over. Oh, I really enjoy these friends I have now. This is just delightful. Hey, as Gaius like surreptitiously like folds the shirts up and like just puts them in one of his like bags. He's like, yeah, all right.
And Marge says, as she takes the money, "You want any drinks for you and your friends?"
Oh yeah. I'm sure
Sorry,
everyone's
it's Marge.
thirsty
"You
here.
want any drinks for you and your friends?"
Ah, Marge. There you go. Your voice sounded weird for a second. Yeah. I think everyone could do with a round of something.
Yeah, a little
Something
toad
it
in your
is.
throat.
Yeah,
No, that's
I think,
disgusting.
yeah.
What was that lovely drink you made for me before?
Oh, my kiss.
Exactly. I would love another one of those.
You got it. Anybody else want one of Marge's
Ale
kisses?
for me. I'll
Ale
take
for
an ale,
you?
please.
Viv's just kind of like a little bit away from the bar, just kind of like looking over where Calandra and Toad
Yeah.
are sitting.
I'll take 2 ales. 2 ales is fine. My one friend, she's being a little shy for some reason tonight. I don't know why.
Okay. How about you, my little blue friend? I got your kiss right here. Okay, hold on. Pulls the beers, gives them to you, makes butt trumpets cocktail shot. Says 8 silver for everything.
That'll be out of
All right,
my money.
guys pulls out the money and pays for the drinks.
Okay. And do you what do you do then? The place is hopping.
I guess
Are there any
guys.
food areas?
Calandra and Toad look to have a table all to themselves.
Oh, they're over there. We can just sit with them. I'm sure it won't be awkward or
Ooh.
anything.
Yeah,
Sure.
it'll be fine.
It'll be a good time. I'm sure.
I go running.
Oh, Marge, is Murph in the same place?
I haven't seen Murph tonight.
Oh, okay. Maybe we're early. Making our way over where it
And-
might be a bit uncomfortable.
As while no one's looking, Gaius like chugs half of one of the ales he got and then pours water into the mug and then hands over the Viv. It's like, there you go.
Thank you.
It's the old trick of mine. You gotta have at least some of what you had the night before. It'll help you ease through the worst of it. Now, granted, I'm not 100% sure how elf anatomy and human anatomy differ.
I just
we'll
don't
find out
drink
together.
often. I only drink at parties. So
Me too.
I think every day is a party for you.
Exactly. See, it's all about perspective.
Perhaps.
Toad sees you all and has a big smile on his face, as does Calandra, it seems, and Toad says, "Ah, it's good to see you. Let's get started, shall
Toad!
we?"
My fine fellow, it's good to see you, friend.
Oh,
You seem...
friends, all of us. I'm very fine today. Couldn't be
Yeah.
happier.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, you have that extra, little extra, something in your step, maybe. You just seem a little bit more energized than you were the day before.
Yeah, a little bouncy feeling, I think.
Yeah, invigorated.
Yes, let's get down to business.
I got the mug in front of my face like I'm drinking, and I'm just eyeing Calandra like.
Bombastic side eye.
Side eye.
So, Calandra,
Hey, what's up?
we were worried about
How's it going? I was fine. Really fine.
We have a tendency to like get kidnapped when we go off on our own.
That's fair. I should have just gone off. Should have said something, but it all happened so fast. But I was safe. I was fine the whole time. I promise. I was really fine. I'm safe. I'm fine.
I'm
I'm
glad.
sorry though. I should have come back sooner.
A
We
heads
are
up would
glad
come
you
up.
are safe.
And Gaius, I really appreciate the fucking alarm clock inside of my head. That was very helpful.
Good.
Thank
I'm
you.
thinking of trying to make that like maybe a service people can provide.
Like a wake up call.
Yeah,
That could be a
exactly.
cantrip.
Well, yeah, like normally there's like that guy who walks around with the large stick and bangs on your window to wake you up. You guys haven't had that as a thing?
Oh, I
not a
remember
thing?
when you woke me up after my first time.
Did
Drinking.
I?
Oh, drinking.
Really sad I had to
Right.
specify that, but anyway.
Well, I knew what you were talking about. I was just trying to remember how I woke you up, was all.
You banged on a barrel, I believe. You loudly kicked open the door, boisterously greeted us the next morning.
Oh, yeah, I brought the barrel in with all the water because it looked like you painted the room in vomit.
Yes, that did happen.
More but talk. Oh boy.
Yeah. Subject change. Butterbeer. Things. Important mission at hand.
Toad goes,
What's the plan?
"Okay, so, did you have something in mind, or what were you planning?"
Well, we weren't going to make a set plan until we got information, because we don't know anything about the interior. For example, like you said that you were able to basically you had a favor that was owed that got you out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking into potential ways that isn't just kick in the front door and hope for the best kind of plan, which that probably wouldn't work at all. So
No, not there. I wouldn't think so.
yeah. So depending, Toad, I guess on the information you provide will determine like maybe how we get in, or do we even need to get in? Is the security less of a thing? Like, do we do the kind of thing where he's about to be hung outside and we rescue him then, kind of deal?
Do you know
Like,
if he's
they-
scheduled to be executed?
Well, that's
Yes,
the
he
thing.
is. We don't know when, but it's very possible and likely.
Do you know what level he's on?
I
There's
know.
more than
I
one.
don't know how many levels. He's in a lower level. I don't know. Is there more than one? Is there just one basement
Okay, so
floor, or
when you walk in the front door after you go through, there's two sets of walls you have to go through.
That's not
Wait.
good.
When you walk through the front door, that floor is pretty much processing for new prisoners. And the back half of it is the commissary and the kitchens. Floor above that is barracks and offices. The next
Okay.
2 floors down, common cell blocks. And then below that is the dungeon level that is it's like solitary confinement.
Yeah, he was alone. He's alone in his cell by himself. I heard what could be described as torture going on nearby. So we could probably guess the dungeon level then.
Or someone could have been having a date on one of the other floors.
Could, but so you were saying, but he was alone in his cell.
So
Are the other
the
cells?
torture sounded like it was in his cell?
No. It was a distance away. I couldn't
Okay.
imagine having like being able to hear from the room he was in, but not. You don't have
Okay.
any other context. So all I know, there was distant screaming and questioning perhaps going on. So
Depending on who's incarcerated at the time, that could be any floor. The chances of it being in the dungeon are very probable. But there is a lot of screaming and crying and noise that goes on in the regular cell blocks too.
but you see, it was quiet otherwise.
Okay. Then yeah, probably the dungeon level.
All right, this is good. This is like the kind of. Is there a lot of entries to the dungeon level? One way in.
I was never in solitary confinement. I know at the front of the prison there's a series of stairways that go to every floor, including the dungeon level. Now, from what I gather, I know with some of the other levels, there are stairs in the back part of the prison, but I don't know if it goes as far as the dungeon level. I do know it does go to the other prison blocks and the kitchen and the commissary, because that's the way the prisoners will go upstairs to eat.
One idea, obviously, is to go in there and get him. Toad, have you noticed we've been around out and about a bit? Are they still doing public executions? Is that how they're handling it still? Or are they doing it in the prison now?
I don't know that it's ever been done in the prison. I mean, some people have been tortured to death, I understand. So I've heard. From what I gather, that's kind of, I think they say, like an accident sort of thing.
Gotcha.
It just kind of happens. It's not actually a planned execution. Executions are usually pretty high profile prisoners.
Well,
It's not an
that's what I
everyday
mean. Well,
thing.
yes, that's why I'm considering now. Like one of our options is obviously we go in there and get him out. Another could be if he's going to be brought out into the open,
Get him then.
get him then.
The only time he'll be out in the open, unless he's released, is
Yeah.
there's an exercise yard in the middle of the prison.
Ooh, he's gonna do yoga.
That the stuff you put the fruit and the granola in?
Close stuff.
Uh,
It's like Pilates.
No, this is just like a big yard. The walls go up for like 4 stories, and then it's open to the sky.
Oh
And
man, only if we knew someone who could fly on command.
oh,
Eldred
I
goes,
look at Eldred.
yeah, that would be really helpful.
Yeah, it would. Anyway, sorry, Toad. Continue, please.
So if you did know someone who could fly, and you knew when and if he had exercise time,
I have the ability to potentially reach out and communicate with him, but only in small bits of information. So he might know.
I will
There
tell
are
you,
other-
from what I
Yes.
gather, the people in the dungeon, solitary confinement and everything, I don't think they get yard time.
So that's probably out. But I can at least check.
But if
But I
nothing
got the
else,
vibe.
if you know someone who can fly, it's a way in. Oh, and both sets of walls have guard towers.
We did do a perusal of the outside a little bit, so yeah, that matches up. We're going to have we're in contact with some other people to potentially get more information about this place and maybe even assistance. How would you get into this prison if you had to, Toad? Aside from, say, commit a crime.
Yeah, that's an easy way
Right.
in.
Yeah, that's
That's
yes.
kind of a no-brainer.
Then they take your stuff, though.
Oh, they take everything.
I just washed my clothes. So I don't want to lose them.
You did?
You can't tell? They're much cleaner than they were yesterday. In fact, they're
Huh.
still a little damp.
Oh, sure sign of quality.
And yes, the dampness of a person's clothes.
Of the cleaning.
That's quality.
Yeah. Sign of high quality cleaning. That's a good question. About a year or two ago, I actually was considering that. But couldn't come up with anything really solid. Had a few ideas, but they were really kind of throwing risk into the wind, if you know what I mean.
They've done some dumb shit as well. Man, if I could just get my hands on another ethereal potion, I think that would have done some of the work. God, that thing was so powerful.
Eldred can make us invisible.
No, he can't. What?
He did. He made me invisible yesterday. You should have
What? Eldred!
I can only make
What the fuck?
only make a halfling invisible. Because I have to have a really good night's sleep otherwise. I could maybe squeeze in a gnome.
No squeezing here, buddy. And don't
Not
lie to
what I
him
meant.
like that. You don't.
They're all
don't do this
squeezed
to
out
Reed.
anyway. So.
Funny story. Actually,
Mm.
we need to talk. No, not it was. That's actually very amusing.
Mhm.
Don't do that to Reed.
Don't
Yeah, it
squeeze
was
me.
okay. I was invisible.
Sorry, Reed.
I was-
Calandra says I can't make you invisible.
Okay, well,
Reed,
know.
he can't make you.
It's always an
he
option.
Didn't make you. He didn't make you. When did he make you
he
invisible?
did.
Last
Are you
night.
sure?
We went looking for you. We went looking for you, and I was invisible, but there were these other wizards, and they could see me. It was just the
Yeah,
other
perhaps
wizards.
you know them. They seem to be attired in your old adventuring outfit. Whole group of them.
Oh yeah,
Those-
they were
There was a guy with a pink hat or something, right?
Probably weren't.
big boots. Really,
I don't know,
really
I
big
wasn't
boots. Like, short guy with tall, big boots, making him tall. And then there was a like guard wizards looking wizard, but they had like black leather armor on with lots of spikes.
Those.
Did you catch the
Those
wizard's
sound like-
name?
Those sound like.
I didn't. Did you hear it, Elder?
No, I didn't catch anything.
Those sound like drag queens, entertainers,
Oh, they were
not
entertainment
wizards.
So
Yes,
Not
yes, entertainment wizards. I don't know that they were.
Wizards of
They could have
heavy
been wizards.
yeah, they definitely look
Wizards.
like the type that would do kids parties, says Eldred. So
Type of
do
parties
we
that
have
end
an
up making
idea,
kids.
some options
Well-
here, or any other questions for Mr. Toad?
So it's
Mr.
double walled.
Toad, I thought you were gonna go with us because you knew how to get in there, but you're
No,
asking us a lot.
I was going with you because it's always good to go in with other people. You have each other's backs. I know once I get in, I can get us around. I know my way around the two floors of cell blocks.
There was something that we saw the other day when we went there. Gaius, what was it was a pipe on your side, wasn't there?
Yes, it looked like there was a water
Like a sewer drain.
the sewers. God, why is it always got to be sewers? Yeah, there was a pipe that probably had for water and refuse to flow out. It was directly underneath the prison, and the access could potentially be from the water. Is an option where if we maybe tied off somewhere further down and kind of let the current carry us toward it, maybe, and then access the pipe there. That could be a means of getting in.
That sounds like getting in through the sewers.
So there might be access points somewhere else.
Well, if you can get into the sewers, there's definitely access point to the lower levels, to those cell blocks.
Fuck,
That might
I'm
be
gonna
the
have to go in the
fastest way.
sewers again.
That's the
Guys,
fastest way. Oh God.
That'll be the best way. Liv, did we buy you sewer clothes?
I think so. I think I have them still.
I still got mine.
Calandra, we're gonna need to get you some sewer clothes.
Yeah, I might need my sewer pants.
Or if
back.
you just want an outfit to become sewer clothes. That's kind of the way it works.
Pick your
So I just
Initiation sort of
least favorite
thing.
clothes.
Well, I don't
Okay.
have a lot of. I'll have to get an outfit to wear into the suit.
Preferably something that dries fast. Trust me.
Moisture
this
would
is our
No
be a good
wool.
one.
This is our group's hazing. This is like a hazing.
Right? What if
incident for
I mean, at that point,
Just
can't I just
everyone's-
put the vinyl back on and it will repel everything? Like,
I think you should,
Oh.
actually. I
You know
really
how
think you
squeaky
should.
you would be?
Squish,
I mean, but I
squish,
won't be.
squish,
It's already weirdly squeaky down there.
Right.
Yeah, I'm talking about when we need to get into the prison and
That's
sneak
true.
around.
Toad says, when exactly are you thinking of pulling this off?
Well,
Sooner than later.
Times of
Smart,
the
yes.
essence.
Smart.
I have some contacts reaching out to me either by no later than tomorrow with maybe additional information. Like I said, maybe with some help. So we'll see what we get from them. I know a map guy, and I wonder if he has sewer map for this side of town. He didn't have it for the other side, but he might at least have an idea where the access points that we could use on this side of town should get down there.
Wow, that's a pretty detailed map guy.
Well, he might know. I don't know if he knows. I said he might know.
Hmm.
I mean, I know a map guy, so I mean, hell, with everything that's happened in town, I don't even know if he's still alive.
Oh,
Let alone he was in a good part of town, but if you're not allowed to travel outside, I don't know if his cartography business is booming at the moment.
okay.
But we could also look at. We could also just peruse the area for sewer access on and near the prison. That's probably what we're going to need to do for the next day or so. See if there's an access point that we can do and get in and out without being seen.
The cell blocks have 4 guard stations. One around each wall. North, south, east, west walls. Other than that, the guards will occasionally do patrols. They'll be a little more prominent if they're taking groups of people up for chow.
I like Chow.
You've obviously never had prison chow.
Actually, I don't
Oh,
think
he's
gonna
not
be
picky.
Yeah.
He's
Oh.
not picky.
But the thing is, I don't think they have bacon in prison.
You can just tell him
bacon's
it's
code
bacon.
for something else, but we don't want to go there. Says
No, we don't. Let's keep talking.
So you've got the guard stations. You've got the exercise yard. You got the sewers. I can't say that I know the sewers and like the path from the toilets to the river. That's
Yes.
not in the stuff I would know. I'm not a disgusting person, so I wouldn't normally be walking around the sewers.
You'd be surprised how often it comes up.
The sewers?
Yeah.
Actually, no. Every big rainstorm, sometimes there was flooding.
Really?
Oh,
Interesting.
yeah, it was nasty.
In the prison, there was flooding.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah,
there's
the
a lot of
plumbing would back
blockage.
up on a heavy rainstorm. The lower level of cell blocks would have a good 1 to 2 inches of water.
Glad it was just water.
Oh, it wasn't. I was just trying to be polite.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, do you know what the weather's supposed to be like the next few days?
Oh, Gaius is
Well-
not a weather wizard. Wouldn't know.
Well, actually,
Maybe Eldred.
Eldred goes, really?
Oh no!
Wait, are you a weather wizard?
Guys,
I've-
couldn't you do something with
I've
a
developed.
storm?
Well, there's that. That I can. We're going to save that for emergencies. And then Gaius in his hands and Paul, that like, I want to need your assistance with this because I don't know what the weather's going to be like. Well, for the next 24 hours, and then like a little sphere forms in between his two hands and showing the weather for the next 24 hours using druid craft.
Okay, that's
Oh.
a common thing that can be done.
It is a part of the cantrip. I create a timely harmless sensory effect that predicts what the weather will be at your location for the next 24 hours.
Okay.
So, golden orb for clear skies, cloud for rain, falling
next
snowflakes for
24
snowfall.
hours looks to be clear.
Clear skies. I don't think we want to do anything tomorrow, though.
You
Toad
are a weather
says,
wizard.
Is there anything
Yes.
else you need the toad for?
Do you know if the flooding, when the storms would happen, would it go into the dungeons, or was it mostly just on the surface level of the exercise yard and
I don't know
prisoner
about the
cells?
dungeons. I think I heard that part of the dungeons would flood really bad, but there were parts that wouldn't because of the
And what
way
is the
that
procedure?
the guards just
Do they
would
just
let it.
leave them there to get soaked?
Yeah, the guards would just leave because they didn't want to get their feet wet.
Oh my god.
And
Guys,
they'd
if
wait till
you
the
are able
storm
to,
ended, and then they would, get the prisoners to. They'd give them big brooms to kind of, broom the stuff towards drains that were no longer clogged up and overflowing.
guys, if you are able to control that storm you mentioned, perhaps this might be a good way to get the guards out.
Well,
That's true.
that's the thing. We need where the water would be coming from to get in and out. I'm assuming that the tunnels would be flooded with water, like to the point where we would have to swim.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I mean,
Oh,
not a terrible idea if we're not going to use those ways to get. I mean, I could do it. Like I said, I don't know exactly what it means when you call the storm. For all that I know, a lightning bolt comes out and hits me. We
I'm
haven't.
realizing something
That would be
here.
a really shitty spell, says Eldred.
Yes, some people get that. Some people get their places of work erased.
I'm kind of realizing something here. In this particular situation, would my ability to potentially walk on ceiling surfaces or walls come in handy to preface the rest of you guys in this situation?
Eldred says that
I
sounds
think
like
so.
an idea. Yeah.
It would only be an hour, but me, and if I were able to cast it on another person with me, that could help pave the way for the rest of you to get in.
Toad says it sounds like you're doing a brainstorming session here. Why don't I let all of your mental juices kind of blend and let you cook up some ideas? I'll take off. How do I reach you, and how do you want to reach me?
We mentioned the stone's throw earlier.
You could leave a note at the stone's throw, like slide it under the door, and we can check for it there.
Where's the stone's throw?
Gaius gives them directions in the library district where it's at.
Oh, all the way up there. I don't go up there too often. I'm not real
No?
welcome.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well then,
Can you do that? That
Oh, you want to
talking?
do the mind?
Yeah.
Yeah. The mental. Yeah, we can do it like that. That's fine.
Okay.
I can reach out to you. You just need to let me know when I would be the right time to do that. I don't know if you have
Early
prep
morning is
stuff.
not the best time.
So like 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll do some reconning a little bit. Like I said, trying to collect information from elsewhere. And I'll reach out to you when we're ready, and hopefully by then you'll be.
He says, that sounds like a plan. He gets up, gives Calandra a big old smackaroo on the lips, and says,
Nice.
And I'll be seeing you again soon, sweetie. And says, I'm looking forward to hearing from you. This is going to be fun. And he takes off and leaves. And it's about this time that one of the bartenders comes over and puts a goblet in front of you, Gaius, and says, courtesy of a customer at the bar, sir. And puts the goblet in front of you.
I turn toward the bar, and who do I see?
Give me a perception check.
It's the gray shadow.
I also pick up the goblet of wine and just kind of like what is in it?
It's ale.
It's ale. I like giving it like a smell to make sure I'm not about to be poisoned.
Okay, so it looks like you rolled a 3.
8.
You see Marge, you see some of the other bartenders, you see Tulip over there, you see some familiar faces that from when you were at the bar before. None of them are looking your way.
The bartender who gave me the drink, they're still standing there, I assume,
Yep.
right? Who was it? What did they look like?
He leans down by your ear And he's like pointing without looking back towards the bar and says, "Under the goblet, sir." And then
thank you.
turns around and walks back to the bar.
Guy's kind of like surreptitiously like taking the drink and like looking back and over. And, I think I'm going to order another drink at the bar. Anyone need anything?
I need another drink.
Perception check. Oh God. Okay. 16, dirty 20.
Vivaldi, you see as Gaius takes a sip from the wine, there is something folded up and stuck to the bottom of the goblet.
Oh, guys, on the bottom of your goblet.
I'm currently working my way down to it.
No. Like on the
Yeah, he reaches
I
under.
take it and I show it to him.
Okay, all right, okay. I was
It's
getting
a
it.
note.
It was more. Yes, obviously I surreptitiously now just pluck it out and palm it and read it.
It's a quick hand. It says, "I am in room," and then it gives a number on the second floor.
I think this is some of the people I was talking to before, so I'm going to go up and talk to them. Anyone want to come with?
Sure.
Elder goes, "I'm game."
Let's go.
You want everybody to go? Or?
I don't know. Do we want to lose this table?
I don't want to lose the table. I'll hang back.
Okay. I'll stay
Us
here.
three and
let's
you
stay
three
here.
stay here. All right.
Yeah.
The tinies will stay.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
The talls will go.
Tall and
Gaius,
smalls.
Gaius puts down some silver on the table for more rounds.
Woo.
Don't
Yeah.
drink it all up for the love of Bacchus, please. Be so sober-ish when I get back.
We'll
That's
be
probably
fine.
So
Yeah.
all right.
He actually reaches over and takes 2 of the silver away, just in case. So, just Eldred got to experience a little bit of this. Viv, you were unconscious at the time. So these are the individuals that I
Right.
think might help us maybe now, and then we might have to help them later do things that would, say, help the people of the city against the corruption kind of deal. Just to give you a heads up.
All right.
We go to the door number and
Okay, you go up the
yes.
spiral staircase, go down the balcony, and go down a hallway away from the main room. Gaius, with your passive perception, you do notice a lot of people hanging out on the balcony, and a number of them are kind of eyeing the three of you as you go by. Some are just watching. 1 or 2 are looking all of you up and down. But you may finally, you get back to the room. The door is unlocked.
Interesting.
It's not open.
I give a light rap.
Nothing.
Do I hear anything?
Nah.
Gaius slowly turns the knob and kind of like, while stepping away from the open door, and just kind of like pushes the door open. Gout of fire come out. A crossbow, quiver. Nothing? All right. Steps around, takes a look inside.
There is a round table. There is a pitcher, and there are about a large pitcher, and there's about 8 glasses, and there's a kind of little chandelier lit up over top.
Oh, this is kind of nice. Walk in and look around. Nobody's in here?
There's a door to what looks like another room, and as you're looking around, when you turn away from that door, you eventually hear, "If you'd be so kind as to shut the door, please."
All right. If everybody else has come in, Gaius closes the door behind.
You turn around, and it's a short man, very thin, like exceedingly thin. Little wire glasses, balding, rolled up shirt sleeves, a vest, trousers, and a belt. Looks businesslike, does not look like the happiest of people. Looks quite a bit like the old farmer from American Gothic, the painting.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Says, have a seat. I am Mr. Finn.
Mr. Finn, pleasure
Yes,
to
sir.
make your acquaintance. Gaius.
Nice to meet you.
Extends his hand. I'm Gaius Argos. Takes a seat. What can I do for you, sir?
Oh, it's what we can do for you, I believe. Please, all of you, have a seat. Help yourself to some refreshment. And he takes a
Thank you.
seat across from you and pours himself
Gaius,
a
I was going to
goblet.
say Gaius pours a drink for everyone.
Okay.
If he, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Viv offers her hand as well. I am Vivalda.
Very nice to meet you, young lady. I'm Eldred, sir. And a pleasure to meet you as well, sir. And he takes his hand. Says, I understand that you are looking to help Mr. Butterbeer, who is currently imprisoned. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes.
And you have sought knowledge about what possible ways you can get in. Is that correct? And get him out?
That is correct. I would love if there was just an easy way of talking to the right person and getting him released, but I have a feeling that is not going to be an option, sadly.
I've talked to some people who have some inside knowledge of the prison and some unusual knowledge that you wouldn't find too many other places. Do you have an any idea of how you were thinking about getting in?
Sadly, the most promising one seems to be using the sewers on this side of town to gain entry into the lower levels. Because what information I was able to gather magically myself, and through some of the information we've learned so far, it appears he might be in the lowest portion in the dungeons. In solitary.
My investigation has revealed much the same as far as his location.
Yes.
Mm.
We've also learned that we know that if the sewers could be flooded, that might get some of the guards to evacuate the lower areas. And that could be helpful in some way as well, except then we'd be dealing with the flood.
I heard a little bit about this, briefly, not from my research, but just from before people talking about the prisons. From what I gather, the prisoners are never evacuated because of flooding, although the guards will very often evacuate themselves.
Yes.
And the idea of the word evacuate with this whole thing just makes my skin crawl, so apologies.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't look into anything with the sewers, although that is definitely a way in. Did you have any other secondary plans?
Depending upon, we were trying not to make too many plans until we got the knowledge from the contacts. One, we just had a meeting right before this one, as I'm sure you're probably aware. So,
with
learning
a
what we
Mr.
did-
Toad, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes, that is correct. He, from the information we were able to gather from him, the sewer entry seemed to be the most promising because his description of getting in elsewhere was more difficult.
The other options were possibly, what was it? It was guard stations and the exercise yard.
Those are all possibilities. Well, let me go on.
I was going to say, depending upon if he's to be executed publicly outside of the prison, that might be the easiest way to get him out.
Oh, I wouldn't be
out.
so sure about that. We just recently made an attempt like that, and it kind of went tits up, actually. And nothing actually was successful on our part.
Edward Andrews?
Yes, exactly. The plus side is he's still alive.
Is he?
Yes, and I do believe that he is in the lowest level as well.
Interesting.
Now here's the thing that I've discovered about the lowest level. It's split into two sections. The old section and the newer section. Okay. The prison is very old, and for many years the old section was just sealed off. It was it wasn't in good shape, it was falling into disrepair. They just sealed it off and put a lot of extra effort into changing the lowest level from normal dungeon type level to actual cell block. And there's a lot of solitary confinement down there. or people who are much more of a threat are often placed down there. A number of years ago, matter of fact, I think it's been 2 barons ago, I believe, they unsealed the old section of that level. And while supposedly parts of it are still in disrepair, it's been pretty much reserved for high-profile prisoners who they say it's to keep them separated from the population, but my information tells me otherwise. You see, in the old section, there is access, and supposedly from what I gather, secret access, to tunnels that lead to the dungeon of the palace.
Really?
And that are for the sole reason of coming down and having their own interrogations with prisoners against the palace. But the problem with that is you would need to access it through the palace, and and through the dungeon or through the dungeon of the palace, and know that, which I don't know is necessarily something you have. As I mentioned, parts of the old section are still in disrepair. It's a small section. They've done a good job of building up a lot of them, but there's still a few sections. They also have a pit that they would dispose of bodies through, which from what I gather goes below the sewers, and I'm not sure where from there it disappears into. But there is also, this is not the first time people have tried to extricate friends from the prison, and specifically the lowest level. People have been trying to break out of that prison since it was erected. There are supposedly some unfinished tunnels towards parts of the lowest level, but there are supposedly also 1 or 2 tunnels that are almost, I don't know if they're sealed or just well hidden, but supposedly that empty out underneath some of the parts of that level that have yet to be renovated. On top of that, there's also regular deliveries to the kitchens and the storage areas by the kitchens of fresh milk and bread and butter and things like that, and stores and things like that. So there are options, and you do have your sewers. The exercise yard is open to the sky. I'm not exactly sure how one would go about getting in that way, and once you got in, how you would get out to the levels. But that's something to consider. Is any of this helpful?
This is very helpful. Yes, thank you.
Helpful. The incomplete tunnels. Do you know where? Are they incomplete toward going from the prison, or toward like their end point somewhere else in the city?
They don't come from the sewers.
Mm-hmm.
How familiar are you with the Seven Rivers Underground?
The sewers or or is there something different underground than that?
Well, it depends who you speak to. There is Seven Rivers. There are the sewers. Okay. In between them, there is a level of. They're not real detailed, but there are a few tunnels that are used quite often by the thieves' guilds.
Oh.
And closer to the docks, they were originally used for Shanghai's back in the day. Back when there were a lot more pirates in and out of port. But that was years and years and years ago. So some of these tunnels, I believe, are off of that. But I think some of them are unfinished because of collapse. But there's more than one from what I've heard. Now, if you're not a member of a guild, that It can be a little hairy, I hear, to be caught in those tunnels.
Is this something that maybe perhaps we did do, Gaius, with the mice people?
Oh, no, that was over on the other side of the river. This is
All
all
right. I wasn't
west
sure if
side.
they were a type of guild or not.
No, well, they're also, from what I gather, not here anymore.
Exactly.
But
They're on the ships.
Eldred says, the mice people?
the Kevin,
Yes.
Yeah, they're separate from the mice people, though.
but that was all on the east side of town, not the west side of town, right? And
I don't remember, because I got the feeling the Cavendish lived on the west side, but came over to the east side, says Eldred. But I could be
I
wrong.
mean, it's something we can look into. We do have at least friendly relations with them.
But we would need to get to the eastern districts to talk to the mice people.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I have had a couple bump-ins that went better than usual with some arcane thieves. I wonder
Arcane
if-
thieves?
They were a gang in the library district that purloined some things using and had magic as one of their things. I don't know if I actually learned their official gang name or anything like that, but I've interacted with them in a positive light for the most part. I wonder. There's something I have been meaning to do, but stuff has occurred, obviously. I need to go to the Harry Lemon, which is a bar, because this town's got so many of them. And I'm supposed to
There's a
ask
lot
for-
of well, there were a lot of breweries and distilleries. So
The thing is, so I might have some contacts with someone in that line of profession. Also, we have two other. We could talk with Murph and Toad and see what they know, and if they
Yes.
could maybe get us in touch with others. That the underground seems like the more promising of them. With potentially incomplete tunnels, and then either
Mr.
finish them or
Finn
find
says, you mentioned the Harry Lemon.
yes.
The Harry Lemon is a very old tavern down on the docks. If I'm not mistaken, I think you would probably have a good bet of accessing the underground through the storerooms of the Harry Lemon if you were
Interesting.
able to get yourself down there. And the plus side of that is the Harry Lemon is east enough of the docks within the western districts that it wouldn't be a huge travel to get to beneath the prison if you know your way around.
Interesting. Well, I have a potential contact that sent me a note a little whiles back, but due to unforeseen circumstances, I've been unable to do anything about. But maybe with that advice, one of the things I'll probably do is, at the very least, we'll check out the Harry Lemon and see what's going on there. Maybe get more assistance from that. That is an excellent advice, Mr. Finn. Then I guess another question I have for you is if we're down there grabbing our friend with the information you collected, do you potentially know where your Mr. Andrews is?
Ah, yes. We don't know exactly where he is, but we do have a feeling he is not. He was probably in the same section as your Mr. Butterbeer.
Interesting.
And we were probably going to send an emissary with you for just such a reason.
Well, may I ask who that emissary might be?
We haven't decided yet. It depends. We're going to wait until we find out a little bit more about what your intended plan is, because this is your job. So, depending on what you plan on doing, we will probably pick someone who at least will have some expertise that might be of use in the job.
Well, I obviously need to talk with the rest of the party.
Fully
Viv,
understood.
Viv, what do you think? Underground sounding the best option?
Mr.
Oh,
Finn says, you
oh.
know, you don't have to decide right now. You can
Oh.
talk
Oh, no,
to
it
your
was just-
compatriots and just get back to me when you have a much better idea. And you can leave word with Marge here. Marge is
excellent.
well aware of our endeavors.
Now, Mr. Finn, will you be our primary contact for the rest of this time? Or
I
will it
could be,
potentially-
though I was just kind of a go-between at this point.
Understood. Well, then just a heads up. I do have some magical means to communicate mind to mind. If
Then feel
need be,
free to
reach out
contact
to you.
me, and I will pass it
Okay.
along to whoever it needs to reach.
Excellent. Okay. Just in case in a
Perfect.
pinch that needs to happen.
Happy to be of assistance and to make things communication easier.
Well, it was a pleasure making your acquaintance. And once again, thank you for the help that you've given so far.
Oh,
Yes.
well, it's my pleasure. You'll be doing a couple of good deeds if you can pull this off.
That's my hopes. Those are my hopes.
And if we're very lucky, it'll totally piss off our good Baron.
Well, he is in need of having some readjustments on priorities.
We're working on that. And all its
Thank you. This was very helpful.
I'm very glad to hear it.
I think we're good then, Mr. Finn.
Very
unless
good.
there's any more pertinent information. Once again, if you need to pass anything along to us, the Hag is where we're staying.
Okay, that's good to know.
And obviously, like you said, we could also just check in with Marge here.
Well, that sounds like a plan then. Well, then
Yes.
if you'll excuse me, I believe I have dinner and a cocktail waiting for me somewhere. So I will take my leave and look forward to hearing from you. Good luck in your planning and stay in touch. And he gets up, kind of brushes himself off, puts the glass down, walks to the door, opens it, and says, if you could just latch the door and pull it shut when you're done, and let Marge know that you're finished with it when you are. If you'd be so kind.
Certainly.
Very good. Have a good evening. And he pulls the
You
door
will.
shut and is gone.
Whew. Yeah. So Viv, this is good, right? We might have a
This
way
is
to
much
get
better.
in,
Yes.
and this might also curtail with your idea, because if we're using different tunnels to get in, and we need to get the guards to leave the lower levels because they don't want to get their boots wet, flooding it with... I'm a little hesitant to call the storm just because I'm not sure what level of chaos that might bring. But also
I don't want anyone else to get hurt.
Well, that's the thing. It sounds like this place floods on the regular, and it's more of an inconvenience than anything else. But if we can get the guards to go away on their own without us having to knock them out,
That would be
we
good.
also got to check with our other two magic inclined friends to see if they know how to. I can't magically put anyone to sleep. I usually put them to sleep with my fist.
Eldred says I can do that.
Oh, you got... Oh, perfect. So there we go. You can...
I mean, it depends
there's,
on how sturdy the guards are.
True.
I might only be able to put one to sleep, or I might be able to put two, or if they're particularly new, I might be able to put three. But I really wouldn't count on much more than that, quite frankly, with guards.
I'm hoping, like I said, if we are able to use the tunnels, we use Viv's idea of flooding it. Most of them go up, and if there's one guy left or something, that way nobody gets hurt. One guard takes a nap in slightly raw sewage. I call that a win.
I have a feeling the guard might disagree with you, but...
Well, he could do that or die. And I don't want that part.
What do you think he meant by the old section was sealed off previously?
Of
The old
the
section of the prison,
Yeah.
dungeon?
it could have been just through, that could have been bricked up, maybe, or there might be some magical warding that might be a thing there. Usually sealed off just means it's kind of like, or hell, just boards over freaking doors and stuff, depending upon. But now that they reopened it, it's got to, like, they reopened it, right? That's what he was saying. Like,
I
it
think
was
so.
not being used, and then they reopened it again. So
I got
mean,
the
hell.
impression that maybe they were still in the process of renovating it.
Yes,
Exactly.
he said
well,
they're
here's
still
the
under
thing.
repair. It's dangerous.
If they're still under repair and there's work going on, you could potentially also look into, how's your carpentry skills, Viv?
My carpentry skills?
Yeah, do you think you
I
could
mean-
pull off being a woodworker or a mason?
Well,
This
I
is another
did grow up
option
with
for
the trees. I'm a little wood littling. I could do a little bit of, but it wasn't anything I was trained in necessarily.
Okay. It's just another option we can think of where potentially, if they're bringing in crafts persons to work down there,
I could try and
we-
touch up on some of it, and go in and see what I could do.
it's just another potential idea that we can toss out. It might not be the one we
Yes.
go with, because let's be honest, a lot of us are shit at lying and subterfuge.
Yes. Yes.
God awful would be the description. I think Butt Trumpet's the only one who could probably lie their way out of a paper bag if they were so inclined to. But they're also very
Yes.
honest.
There's also the kitchen that Mr. Finn mentioned, giving deliveries to the kitchen.
Yes.
That might be
I'm
better
sure-
than carpentry.
I would agree.
Yes, well, that
I
would
think
get
Reed
us,
would have a fun time with that.
well, we have to make sure he didn't eat it at all. But,
Yeah, well, we'd have to make sure he
Exactly.
actually got downstairs and didn't just stay in the kitchen and the storerooms.
Right.
Exactly.
We go
That's
in,
the thing.
pretend like we're part of a food inspection program, and
Or delivery boys.
yes,
I was going to say, perhaps. I mean, I think we're coming up with some good ideas, and by we, I think I mean both of you. What if we were to double our fun and double our chances by bringing these things up to the rest of the party?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Sure. that might
Gaius
be good.
Gaius takes the ewer, pours the rest of the stuff in
It's
to
ale.
everyone's glass, pours the rest of the ale, downs it. Well, let's lock up and go see what everyone else thinks.
So you pull the door shut, you hear it latch, you head down to your friends who are all sitting around the table. You see a number of people at other tables, Gaius, with your perception, kind of eyeing them a little bit, or keeping an eye on them, it seems. Eldred and Viv go over to the table. Do you do anything else besides go over to the table before you go over to the table?
I go over and let Marge know that we're done with it.
She says, well, thanks a lot. I appreciate you letting me know. And I'm glad to
thank you
hear
for
you're
that.
doing good work.
We're at least trying our best.
Well, I'm just glad to hear it. You pull this off, and I'll give each of you a kiss.
Nice. Hold you to your word, as Gaius turns and walks away.
You can count on
I
it.
wonder if she meant a drink or not.
Gaius makes it back to the table.
All
How
right,
much did we drink?
we have some ideas.
As much as we could get with what he left.
I'll tell you what, why don't we stop here and save this for next week?
Sounds good.
Okay?
Sounds good.
I want to know Viv's ideas. Oh no.
And so, this is what we're going to do. Cut now.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Tune in next week. Same Grognard time, same Grognard channel. And be kind.